Hey everyone, and welcome to this Friday edition of FreightWaves Now. Up a little bit later, Luke Velasca gives us an update on the brokerage, but up first, your carrier update presented by PowerFleet. Welcome to your carrier update presented by PowerFleet. So we've made it through the first week after Thanksgiving where capacity tightened, of course, leading into the holiday. And now we're starting to see things kind of flatten out, level out a little bit, but we do have a little bit of spike in the outbound tender rejection index here. You see here at the end, we jumped back up to 7.96%, the highest value since, well, 2018 really, when we were falling back into this steady market. So what's causing these increasing tender rejection rates? Let's look at our map here. So you see a lot of the blue, which is where the increasing tender rejection rates, the increasing rate pressure is going to be across the country, is positioned here in the upper Midwest over into the Northeast corridor here, around Columbus, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Baltimore. All this area right here is really showing a lot of increased activity over the last week or so. That's where the predominant amount of tender rejection, increasing rate pressure is going to exist over the next few days. But we also see some spotty activity here out west. You've got the Denver, Colorado market, which is not typically an area that carriers really want to frequent. So let's take a deeper dive into this. All length of haul seeing increasing rejection rates. You've got mid-haul leading the way at 22%. And then you have tweener sitting here at 17%, long haul, which is the biggest amount of volume that comes out of Denver, according to our data, sitting at 11.23%. So this is not the worst thing for carriers, especially ones that are trying to get out of this area right now. Say you're positioned in Wyoming and you need to get a load out of this area. So long haul, tweener haul freight is going to be that stuff that gets you out of this market. You're probably not going to see a huge amount of tender rejection activity in this area in terms of like increasing rate pressure, even though tender rejections are up right now. But it is important to note that you're going to have a lot more opportunities over the coming days. So pulling up the head haul index, which is the balance in the market. So the closer to zero it is, that means there's going to be the same amount of inbound as outbound about in this area right now. So we're at a negative 0.05, basically zero. But that's a good news for carriers because normally it is negative. We see a lot more inbound. It's a consumer-driven market. So right now, Denver is not the worst choice for you to get out of the mountain prairie over the next few days.
The comprehensive logistics offerings from PowerFleet cover in-cab ELD, fleet management, trailer tracking, cargo monitoring, and tracking other assets such as chassis and intermodal containers. Power up your operations with PowerFleet.